Catherine, you came up with a Harry Potter answer so quickly that I have to imagine that you've put thought into what house you'd be sorted into.
I have myself or Clary.
Let's do both.
I am definitely a Ravenclaw.
Why?
I'm very type A, especially when it comes to learning.
Type A?
Yes.
What's that mean?
There's two personality types, type A and type B.
There are two personality types. There you go.
Yeah.
There's your exclusive.
It's a scientific study.
Two personality types. So you and me are either the same,
Or we're different.
or we're completely
But
different.
I'm very type A, so I am.
You understand?
Yes, I understand.
It's a scientific study. That's
Yeah.
anyway. It's a long explanation. But I'm a perpetual student, and everything that I am is Ravenclaw. But I feel like Clary is more Gryffindor.
Yeah.
She has that reckless passion and that abandon for what is right, and that willingness to go for it, whatever it may be. I have put thought into it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, jacket, just saw it. Amazing.
Whoa!
Thanks.
Love it.
It just came in yesterday, so I'm very excited
Yeah.
to
That's
show you
amazing,
today.
just in time.
Yes. So as a Slytherin, I will ask this next question. So you both knew about like the whole brother and sister reveal beforehand.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested as an actor, like knowing sort of you read the books and you know where you end up by the end of the book, but also having to play each thing sort of episode by episode within an arc and then like beat by beat. Like how challenging is it? What type of
That's
preparation?
interesting. We had two different takes on it because I read book one and that was it for exactly that reason that I don't want to know where he goes. I don't want to know where Jace ends up because it's not important to me at the moment. In the moment, I need to know. You know, we walk into Renwick's and we think we're going to find Valentine, and we do. We don't think it's going to be that way, and then Jace is ready to kill him. So it needs to be an organic reaction when he says, "But I'm your dad as well. I am your father, and she's your sister." If I'd have read ahead too much, I know where Jace ends up at the end of book 6. That doesn't help me. That doesn't help me perform in any way. And I think it's honestly because I'm more of a simpleton than maybe Kat. Because I guess in type B, would that put type B as the not studious, not education bound people?
No.
That would maybe be a type B.
It's more easygoing and less.
There you go, type B. But yeah, so that's how I went about it because it just helps me focus on the individual beats, as you were saying.
Yeah, I fell in love with the story, and so I wanted to see where the characters ended up, and I wanted to see the entire arc, simply because each character has such a journey, and essentially we bring in characters from later books sooner, so those effects are happening sooner, and it's interesting to see in the books how it affects it versus the television series. It all comes into the way that we each craft our characters, and it becomes a very personal thing to all of us. But we found a nice balance, I feel, between the television show and the books, where we still honor what people love about the books and the tones and the special elements of the characters that people love, but it leaves us open to have our own perspective and our own artistic stand on
Me? Yeah. You don't grab that question.
This is the last question.
Yeah.
Okay. So playing Shadowhunters, you guys have a lot of there's a lot of physicality to your character. You know, the fighting and all those things that make a Shadowhunter. How did you go about sort of incorporating your own kind of like touches to your character other than just doing the choreography? Like, do you have any?
I mean, I think for each of us, it was something actually that our stunt coordinator was very serious about, is finding not only our own qualities, but what qualities of the character affected the way each character fights and the weapons that each character uses. And we didn't have a ton of time in the first season, so we played to our strengths and found the similarities that we had to our characters and sort of trained to that.
I mean, no, I didn't. I actually find it quite difficult to find similarities with the way myself and the way Jace moves and holds his sword and this, that, and the other, and it has to come from what I know about Jace's past and his training and training with Matt. We did a lot of kendo, a lot of sword fighting training together. So training with him, because we are these soldiers, this militaristic regime where we train together, so we have a similar kind of fighting style. So for me, there's very little, if any, of Dom in Jace, especially with the way he moves and the way he fights, because it's the martial arts. We learn to hold our hand in a certain way, and we train very hard that you tuck your gum away, otherwise it's going to get broken. You know what I mean? So that's how I worked kind of Jace's martial arts into it.
Great.